Hello everyone, Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders Eternity. Continuing on with my Nightmare Guide series. We're on the 5th map, which is Alchemical Laboratory. This one presents a boss fight at the end, and potentially a lot of lag. I haven't done this one since they had the recent lag fix, so hopefully it is all squared away. So I accidentally started off on my DPS character, so I actually want to, I'm just going to use him since he's already out in his incredible run speed with this fairy, and just gather up some mana. See, I'm just completely bugging across the screen. Fantastic. And let's gather up these chests here. And then we'll switch over to the monk and get some auras laid down. Plenty of time to get things started up in this one. We're just going to go with one aura stack, and then we're going to go with one row of archers. I think that's, where do I want to put my aura stack at? I'm thinking I like it back a little bit further on this one. Let's go right here. Going to use 4 R's. The Ensnare, Electric, Strength Drain, and Enrage. And then let's pop on over to Mr. Buffbeam EV. And we're going to lay down a nice buff beam right across this platform right here. Going to go ahead and go with 5 DU. We'll more than cover it. We got our auras all buffed up. And then, you know, I said at the end of the last episode that I think I was going to go with the Apprentice Towers. But this map is just works so wonderfully for the archers that I'm going to go ahead and bust out my summoner anyway. And we're going to lay down as many summoners as we can to get things, or as archers as we can to get things started. I'm just going to go with 2 on each side right out of the gates to make sure we got things covered. And we'll fill in the gaps later. As you see, we've got just a ton of DU available still. And we'll go ahead and put a 3rd there. And then let's just go ahead and gather up some more mana off of these dead guys that are dropping here. Pretty much as soon as they get into the auras, it is it's all over for them. Once they hit those auras, they're also hitting the archer range, so it's good game from there. Let's see, let's go ahead and lay down another archer. And then I'm going to throw a mage right in the middle to keep these archers all healed up. And you can even pinch these guys down on the mage a little bit further to ensure they're within the heal radius. Just move them in just a tiny bit. Not really necessary, but figured what the heck. In fact, if you do it properly, you could probably fit another archer on each side. But we're not going to bother with it. And I'm just going to go ahead and log on over to my Jester to get a little DPS out in the mix. Now, one of the reasons I say the archers work so well in this situation is the boss fight, which when we get to the boss, you're going to see what I'm talking about. The boss comes down just directly in front, full view of the archers, where all 6 of them can just unload into it insanely. But the archers with their 360-degree radius, they're also going to be covering anything coming up the stairs here in the back. And you see my auras, since I put them on that back side, they're reaching out pretty nicely. So there's not much, if anything, that's going to make it up here. But anything that does, the archers will take down without an issue. Let's go ahead and get the wave started here. I'm just blathering away and forget to hit that G button. Gonna buff up the buff beams and the auras. Just gonna throw a little DPS in here and there just to help speed things along. Some of these nightmare maps in the original campaign, once you get just a basic set of builders with, you know, just a basic set of gear, you're going to be pretty well squared away to do all of these, really. These archers are just insane. I mentioned last episode, I'm sure that there's going to be some sort of a pending nerf. As these guys are just ridiculous. Gonna go ahead and get my R squared away a little bit more. Don't really think it's necessary. We'll G this one up right away. Now make sure when you're running through these, you're checking these chests and getting all your crafting materials, as you will be finding some better loot down the road. And you want to make sure that you know, you got your goodies in hand. Nothing worse than finding a good blueprint and then having to go and farm the materials because you don't have them. That's just always irritating. Let's see how this ogre fares here. Oh, that went poorly. Went very poorly for the ogre. I don't know why I'm bothering even looking at any of this loot. It's pretty sure that I've got a little bit better than it in all cases, but whatever. I like to use the steam gun through the course of the waves on the Jester, as it seems pretty good for just beating down the packs. And then I switch to my my lycanthrope for the boss fight, as that's where my real DPS comes in. Lycanthropult. Whatever the hell those damn things are called. They are mean. With the new weapons that dropped, or started dropping when Nightmare came, I don't think there was... I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't investigated it, but I don't think that there was an upgrade for the old Lyc. I'm pretty sure it's still the best gun out there. My archers aren't even doing anything. I'm just going to let these archers clear out these last 20. That way they feel useful. I don't want them to feel like they're not helping out. Keep your minions happy, you know what I'm saying? Let them get some killing in. One more baddie left. And he's down. And moving right along here. Wave 6, so got one more wave to go. And then the boss will arrive. Of course, the boss won't come until the end of the wave. So we'll have to chew through a few hundred baddies before we get to him. But this particular boss fight really shows you the power of the archers. Even with just 6 of them. I say just 6 of them. 6 of them is pretty mean. In fact, I didn't even need that mage. I could have threw a 7th archer in the middle there without any issues. Or even spaced them out evenly and had 8 across. But whatever. It's getting the job done. I mean, obviously I don't really need any more archers, but the archers aren't taking any damage. The mage doesn't have to do much. He's got an easy day. Easy day at work for the mage. seeing that once the mobs come into that enrage aura, my electric aura is ticking for 582,000 now. That's with the recent change to help reduce the lag instead of the super fast ticks. Oh, and here comes the lag anyway. We got walkers flying through the air. There's still some lag there, but it's definitely better. It's nowhere near as bad as it was, particularly on the end-game Nightmare maps when you get a 140, 150 DU build or whatever. It was brutal before. I mean, the last waves, you wouldn't see any mobs. If you did see any mobs, they were floating through the air or whatever. They were certainly not walking up and punching you in the face. Got all my auras upgraded, got my buff beam upgraded. So we're pretty much ready for Boss Man coming next wave. I think this fairy has probably got enough XP to be leveled up all the way. The fairy, its usefulness, I mean, if you found a fairy with really good builder stats, I think it would be good with your builders helping to run around at the beginning of the match and getting all your defenses in place. On a DPS character, I think it's kind of a joke, and most of us have just enough run speed just naturally without even worrying about it, where the run speed buff isn't really helping much. Still take if you've got a decent set of gear and you're running through these, just to be able to complete it, if you're a completionist, then you definitely want to take a look at the amulets. Obviously pick up all the boosters. And, it never hurts to look at a blueprint. But this is wave 7. We got, 350 some more baddies to mow down here. Your chances of getting a decent blueprint off of these maps are pretty slim if you're already in any gear from any of the tougher maps. But it never hurts to be optimistic and take a look. 260 some left. How's it coming on the backside here? Nothing's even thinking about it, really. Yeah, this stuff's getting mowed down very, very quickly. $190 left. Let's get them blazed up here. This steam gun, I always accidentally right-click. I don't know why. It just happens. So I'm constantly reloading with 200 rounds left or whatever. The nervous twitch. Who knows what it is? I don't really have a nervous twitch, but maybe I've got the beginnings of one from clicking E so damn much over the past month. Five more. Come on, baddies. Come get mowed down. Coming out slow. There we go. Now we got a boss. So let's switch over to the lake. I'm gonna go up top here, on top of this mage, which I should have moved those auras just so you could really appreciate how fast these archers wreck this boss. And I said I'm switching to the lake, but I'm actually not going to shoot him at all. I just want to see how long it takes the archers to burn through them here. It shouldn't take very long. Less than 10 seconds. Less than 20. I don't know. We'll see here. I haven't done this map in a while, so since my recent upgrades, I'm thinking these archers may just make this demon here really, really have a bad day. The Demon Lord. See, he conveniently parks right in front of your crystal there, directly in front of that archer stack. So, oh man, this is going to go badly for him. Oh yeah. What was that? 3 seconds? 5 seconds? I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the video and time it all out. But anyway, there is a quick glance at the Alchemical Laboratory. So thanks again for watching. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. More Dungeon Defenders Eternity incoming. Thanks again.